Hello and welcome back to another episode of New Arrivals. I'm CQ the Watch Guy,
I'm John French.
and welcome back. First episode of the year, John. How you been?
Yeah,
Happy
I'm
New
good,
Year.
man. I'm good. Got through 2023. I'm
Yeah,
looking
we made
forward
it.
to, yeah, we survived.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to 2024, man.
Yeah, man, I'm
Just new
excited.
things.
A lot of good watches coming. I mean, even the past, going into the end of Q4, we had so much cool watches coming
Oh
in.
my God,
So,
yes.
like the show says, make sure you go to DavidSW.com, hit the new arrivals tab. Every evening or morning, you're gonna see new watches pop up, and we've been getting a really good stock of some stuff coming in.
Really great selection. A lot of stuff on the website. It's available here or in Miami
In
now.
Miami, that's right.
Yeah,
Right, that's our
absolutely.
design district. All right, so let's just dive in. We brought some goodies that just arrived with us. Should we start on the left or should we start on the right?
Oh
You
man, I
choose.
feel like we got to start on the right.
All right.
Yeah, I like that Moser.
I do like this Moser as well. So this is a Moser Cie Streamliner. The official title is the Matrix Green. The nickname of this one is the Green Dragon, which I like a lot. So we'll go with the Green
Hey,
Dragon.
can't beat that.
And this was, a really great entry from them. When they first came out with the Streamliner, they came out with the Chronograph, which is a little bit bigger, beautiful, very interesting movement on that. And it really was, their entry into luxury sports watches. They started the design of the watch with the bracelet itself, which is to me one of the best modern bracelets.
Yeah.
It's just a very, very unique design. Yes, it's an integrated bracelet, but it doesn't give you gentle vibes, let's say. It's very unique. It's very its own world, and that kind of travels into the case of the watch. And then you have that beautiful fume green dial. This is a really nice, interesting piece from in-house independent brand. And I don't know, to me, this is one of my favorite sports watches.
Yeah.
That's come out in the last few years. And the green version is just a nice pop of color, but isn't too loud.
Yeah, it's captivating, It's a green that I feel like I don't see everywhere.
No.
It's a very particular green.
Yes.
And, I think a sign of a really strong brand is when you don't have to do too much
Exactly.
to get the point across. And this watch is subtle, and yet when you see the features that really make it what it is, they're strong.
Yes.
They're strong features, like the way that the band, the way that they've done the bracelet, the way that they've done the dial with that strong, you know, uh, luminescence that they
Yes,
have
the
in
global
the
light, yep.
in the dial, and it's just really captivating, but not over the top.
No, very like under radar. If you know, you know. If you don't, it's a great story, a great talking piece. And yeah, you don't see too many of these on the market now. They've
Yeah.
come down to really great price point now. So this one we have right around between 26 and 27. Retail on these are 23.4. If I'm correct, and these are no longer being made.
No.
So the green dial got discontinued last year because it's very hard to make the bracelets for these watches, and they're doing a few variations, so you just don't see too many of them. So it's a great opportunity to get a nice, unique piece and something that is exclusive, right? There's not going to be
Yeah.
more pumped out or something. You can be a part of a very cool club with the Streamliner, the Green
Absolutely.
Dragon.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. It's a beautiful movement on that one as well.
Now a little bit more eye-catching, maybe.
Yes.
A little louder, but still remaining subtle.
Yes.
Master Calendar from
Yep.
JLC.
JLC Master Calendar, Meteorite dial.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, wow is the right words for it. These they're just beautiful because it's just a really great slice of meteorite, and it's a nice big case, but it's also a nice complicated watch with your master calendar. So you got your month, your date, your day, and then date on the periphery there with the moon phase at 6 o'clock. But to me, it's one of my favorite JLCs ever.
Yeah. Absolutely. We
There's
had it in Rose
yes,
not that long ago.
exactly.
And that went pretty quickly. And I see the same happening with this one as
Yeah,
well.
it's not gonna last long.
Anytime you integrate like a material like meteorite, I just think it catches the eye. And other brands have done it, but I really like the way JLC has integrated it into its moon phase calendar. It's stunning.
Yeah, and meteorite is it's organic, right? So every meteorite, every brand finds is going to be a little different, and this particular, slice of meteorite that they're using, just some really good lines and really good, just depth and feeling, and you almost just want to touch it and feel how it feels. But it's a work of art. It's an organic work of art, and they just did it really really well. The rose gold is really nice, but I think the steel has my eyes just because a little bit more wearable, and like without being a very colorful watch, it just captivates you.
Yeah,
You know?
and the indices match as well with those sharp
Yes.
lines that they've used to capture that, reflect off the meteorite. And no, it's a great piece. No two ways about it.
Exactly, and even a little touch of blue there on the date select. A great watch, great price point on this as well. It's
Yes.
definitely a piece. If you're looking at something to spice up the collection, a dash. I think you could sprinkle a little bit of that, and it'd be good. So we should go to. I want to call the Pikachu so bad.
Hey, I mean, what do you call it?
Yeah.
If you own it,
Exactly. You call what you
you
want,
call it what you
right?
want.
There's so much new nicknames out there. So this is the 2023 release Daytona, the 126718. 518. 126518, excuse me. So this is a new style Daytona in yellow gold.
Yes.
So a few little changes here, not as much as the steel Daytonas
No, yeah, we saw some
generation
more
to
changes
generation,
there.
but this is just a really nice update. You have the gold framing, the bezel around that, and on this, the real most substantial on the dial, in my opinion, is the indices. On the older version, you kind of had like a black treatment on the indices. This is gold trim around it, and it really just classes the dial up a little
Yeah,
bit.
it brightens it up. I do like the gold around the bezel that you get there. Before, it was ceramic all the way to the edge. Now we've got that ring around it. More gold on your wrist, which is always a nice thing.
Doesn't hurt.
But also at the same time, it just brightens the whole piece. And I think, it just goes with the gold dial very well. And no, yeah, I'm a fan. Yeah, Pikachu seems right.
Yeah, I definitely think that the Pikachu name will stick around. And it's just a gorgeous watch, to be honest with you. I think the slight adjustments that they did versus the older version are really nice, and they didn't really need to revamp everything because it's always a good looking watch. So just like nice little touches there, and you're right, with the gold frame in it, it just blends in with the dial really, really well.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great piece all around.
Yeah, good piece to get your hands on. All right,
we
now
got
let's step into the Patek world.
Yeah, we got a classic here.
Yeah, yeah. So the 5960 slash
01G.
01G. So 5960 has been around for a while. Annual calendar with a chronograph, many, many different variations out there. This one was really unique. This one came out in 2017, and it was kind of their sportier version besides the stainless steel model, right? So you have beautiful white gold case, a deep navy blue dial, and the same calfskin strap they use from the pilot's watches from the 5524 G series. And even the color of the dial is kind of like that 5524. And I thought this was a really interesting edition because there's other 5960s out there, but this just gives you a nice, very wearable, sporty, casual feeling piece, but it still gives you precious metal if you're somebody who wants to have gold. And I'd have so much fun putting a ton of different straps on this
Oh
watch.
yeah, absolutely. The combination that you get just from factory is fantastic with the
Yes.
blue and the brown. One of the most timeless color combos that you can have. And it's just with the red, chronograph hand, it just pops off the wrist. The whole thing seems elegant and sporty at the same time. Like maybe I have a vintage car, maybe I'm driving that around and keeping time while I do it. And it just makes sense, when you look at it. I think it's just one of those ones where you're like, okay, well, this is going to be a classic, and I think time has proven that to be the case.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Not a piece that you see pop up on the market very often.
No.
I don't think too many of these were produced, and when you see it in the metal, it's just a perfect piece. Something you could do a little bit everything in there. You get a nice complication on your calendar, power reserve, and the chronograph. And these are workhorse watches in a way as well.
Yeah.
I've worn and sold so many 5960s, and you don't really get issues with them. So this is just a really, really fun entry into that family.
Yes, 100%. Can't go wrong.
No, I can't go wrong with that one. So now we got two more sporty watches. Shall we go for the
let's do the
Explorer? Tell us
224.
about this one. This is your favorite.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, okay, so I'm an explorer guy. Some people aren't, and I respect it. It's definitely different from some of the pieces that Rolex has, but as a classic three-hander, I just love it. I love the simplicity. I've always been a fan. I like the 39, and now that they came out with the 40 millimeter, I feel like it really just kind of reinvigorated the interest
Yes.
in the market for an Explorer One. A lot of people are, I mean, they've really been popular, selling really quickly, and you know, with the 40 millimeter size, you know, it graduates it a little bit more. Some people are going bigger on the wrist nowadays, and so it kind of answers that question. But still all the same form and design that you expect from an Explorer One, and which is, you know, I want it to be legible. I want it to be
Yep.
simple and clean. I need it to, you know, black dial. It's just efficient for what you need. Any situation, you know, I mean, you could dress it up certainly, but I mean, you could, you know, I was joking with somebody going to Mount Everest. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
it's a
what it speaks
watch,
to, right? You
right?
know, is the Explorer. So, you know, whatever you're getting into on the weekend, maybe not going to Mount Everest, but you
Right.
know, who knows? But you know, it's something that is, I think, always going to be timeless and classic. And yeah, I'm biased. I'm
Yeah.
smitten.
No, 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 no. Smith.
Yeah.
But you know, it's such a great watch, and it's one of those things. A timeless design. It doesn't need to be really changed. Over the years, you've seen, you know, the numerals get some lumen and things like that. And now with the 40 millimeter, it just brings in a little bit more of the bigger wrist guys. And as you said, it kind of reignited some interest. And
Yeah.
as we were talking about earlier, we were moving through so many Explorers, and you wouldn't think that this would be the particular model to take off like that.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, it is just a take anywhere, do anything, beautiful looking piece.
Yeah.
Wear it, you know, on the weekend. Wear it on Mount Everest. It could do both things very, very easily. And I think the Explorer will be one piece in the whole Rolex family that will always kind of look the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe one day they'll do a titanium version or something like that.
Yeah.
But the dial layout and everything will always be the same. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. Beautiful, beautiful three-hander. And I just love the 40 millimeter. I like a little bit of bigger watch. This kind of fits me perfect. So I'm smitten as well.
Yeah. Hey.
It's a great piece. I wonder how many explorers go to Everest every year.
Yeah. I mean,
Rolex explorers, not explorer
well,
explorers.
yeah, physical
Yeah,
explorers, yeah, quite
exactly.
a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I think that I think they have done something like that where they sent an explorer off
Yeah.
up into the mountains,
Oh
and
yeah, for sure.
yeah,
There needs to be like a little Rolex sponsored thing where people just
yeah, just test our watches
yeah,
out,
you're
you
just
know, check
checking
them
your
out.
Explorer, you know what I mean? Maybe like a Rolex AD on
Casual.
Everest. You heard it here first, you know, the Everest AD. Now we have a really fun Seamaster 300.
Yes,
Tell us about this one.
Nekton edition.
Nekton.
So Nekton is a non-for-profit foundation that Omega sponsors with, has had a long-standing relationship with, and they are looking out for our oceans and doing a lot of work to protect the seas. And this pays tribute to that. I think it's really an interesting choice when you're looking at Seamasters. It's a little bit off the beaten path,
Yeah.
but I think you get a lot of bang for your buck because it is the Seamaster price, but it has it's just a lot of cool extra features. You know, we talked about that laser ablated
Yes.
bezel,
Bladed, a new word we learned
laser
today.
ablated, which gives it a really cool texture. We did a video where we talked about the Omega Seamaster Olympic Games.
Yes.
And that has the same kind of technique done for that bezel. And I love it on this one. It just adds some texture, some depth to it.
So nice.
It's not quite black. It's not quite, gray. It's kind of like a charcoal. So
Yeah.
you get some added depth to it. If the black was just a little bit too flat for you, this is kind of adds some depth and dynamic to it. On the black strap, it's just works. And then of course you get that red seconds hand, which is really striking and adds that needed pop in the middle of the dial. So I love it. I mean, if you're thinking for, going for a Seamaster and you like that kind of sporty look that the Seamaster has, this is an option that, is just a little different. You're not going to see everyone wearing these. Yeah, I believe on the case back, it's also got their emblem as well. So something to look at,
Yes.
something to check out. But definitely, yeah, a little bit off the beaten path from the Seamaster collection.
Yeah, no, I always say with Speedmasters, it's all about which Speedmaster you want to hunt. And now with Seamasters, especially in the modern era, there's so many fun variations that you can look for and hunt.
Yeah.
And this one, I agree, is so beautiful. I love the laser ablated bezel, just like that Olympic piece. It just gives a very unique texture to the bezel and just really makes it come alive. Agree with you with the dial and everything else. And it's gray, but the The wave lines are black. So just really a fun piece. Looks great on a rubber strap, but you could put so many different straps on this watch. It's a great platform to do a lot of different things. Price point, I think we have like 58.75 or something like. It's great. It's a great price point for, again, another do anything, take anywhere, all Seamaster 300 are tanks.
Yes.
And this one is no different. It's just a little bit more beautiful tank, but you can have so much fun with this and many great adventures with this piece as well.
Absolutely, and the conversations too, because anyone who knows the Seamaster is going to say,
"What is this?
What is that? I know it's a Seamaster, but it's not mine."
Exactly.
And you know, you can kind of tell them what's going on with that one. So this something with a story.
Yeah, very good.
Great piece.
It always has some hidden gems for us. All right, well, that was a great lineup for today. I know we all gotta get back to work. We got more new arrivals coming in.
Yeah, more right now.
Yeah, exactly. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, and make sure again you check out the website DavidSW.com. Hit the new arrivals tab, and you see all the great pieces that John gets his hands on first and brings to you.
Thank you so much, Sequan.
It was a pleasure.
Appreciate it, man.